What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today, I am here to talk about the big changes coming to Apex Legends today. I haven't really had much time to look over the patch notes. I do work full-time job, 9 to 5. However, I don't think I've been excited for such update in such a long time. I mean, I feel like some of the last few patch notes they tried tweaking a few things of some legends like Wraith, and um, I believe they made other changes to Caustic. Thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. I've been having, I don't know what it is, but lately with my Elgato setup, I seem to run into a lot of issues with how the system link works versus with my SteelSeries headset. So if any of you joined for the last live stream last time, it really sucked to rewatch it and notice there was no game audio. So it's a work in progress, so we're gonna make things happen. But I'm here today, just make this really quick. I want to get anybody's thoughts here. For anyone rewatching this, a little bit about myself. My name's Robert. You can call me Pro Dynasty, doesn't really matter. I love Apex Legends. My channel is going to be largely focused on really just following me on my journey to hopefully grow into a full-time content creator. And you're going to get to see a lot of hiccups on the way, and that's all part of the ride. So definitely, if you like what you see, please consider liking. David Guzman, I see my brother here. I appreciate you coming in saying bleh. I don't know if that's how you feel about the patch notes. So here we go, man. Drink a little water here. It's a long list of patches. So let's take a look. Let's see how this goes. I call you brother. I call you brother too. My wife's in the chat. I even almost referred to her. I was like, what's up, Ashley? But I see I'm getting invites in the game, but I saw my cousin invite me. But I'm just going to make this a quick video. Just really wanted to go over these patch notes. So let's do that. So for those who didn't know, there's an event coming out next Tuesday. Okay, it's going to be on March 9th. It's called the Caustic Theory Collection Event. I've been playing Apex since its original launch. Yeah, dude, there's totally a lot of good changes. I mean, I've seen, the overall vibe with this. It seems it's received a lot of lots of positive responses from the community overall. I'm really excited about the Caustic nerf. However, I do think he's still going to be powerful. We'll just have to see how it plays out. So let's take a look. So they're going to walk us to this new landing area. Okay. Also, if y'all play on Nintendo Switch, I know my cousin does. Maybe one day we'll get a Nintendo Switch, but it'd be kind of fun to, sit on the good old toilet, maybe trying to grapple with Pathfinder. But let's see. So we got the town takeover coming out, which is going to be at, I believe it's Waterworks. That's what it's called. But I mean, it's one of my favorite landing areas, and it seems to be a dry part of the map. So let's kind of see the pictures once we get down. The new heat shield item and accompanying survival slot in your inventory. That's interesting. There's a no-fill queue option for Brave or Zakaki solo legends. This seems pretty cool. I think for someone like myself, sometimes I just kind of want to jump in and I just want to hot drop and, just try to get a lot of kills. And I think that it's as great because, sometimes I'll drop and I'll try to complete a challenge, or I just really want to go hot and your team diverts, or vice versa. You start pushing towards a fight and they don't follow you and you almost feel like a dick. So I think this is going to be a really interesting way to open up many creative ways to play the game. Whether you want to challenge yourself to go for high kills, or whether you want to just explore the map, or primarily just, maybe grapple around and just chill. Oh, thanks for saying hi to the wifey, man. There's going to be rewards. I mean, this is all pretty basic stuff here. The new heirloom is going to finally be for Bangalore. I mean, there's been rumors about a Bangalore heirloom, and my cousin is a Bangalore main, and so I'm sure he's pretty happy to see that. So we'll get a chance to look at that. So let's go down here. So for all of you on the Switch, this is gonna be an exclusive skin you can get on the Switch. You know, as a Pathfinder main, it's not my favorite skin. I really like the one as a detective, you know, from his lore, his Apex lore story, and that one, you know, it's kind of cool for Nintendo Switch. Where it kind of has that color of the Switch, if you know what I'm saying. So here's the new spot. It looks like it's gonna be, and I think I got the name of the landing area incorrect. Water treatment. Did I say water treatment? I think I said something water, but you know, I'm a little nervous, so mind me. So just getting the gist of getting all these names aren't right. You know, this is gonna be pretty sweet because in the background here, rest in peace, Skull Town. It seems like, I don't know if it's just when you play pubs or even in ranked, you know, they made all the changes to, if you're getting cocky, you're getting sloppy. Yeah, Bangalore, man. But honestly, like, I think I'm one of the few people that really like Kings Canyon. Now, I don't love it. I think that I've had my moments where I get pretty frustrated just with the way the map plays at times. But I think seeing that it kind of reminds me when they brought Crypto's Town Takeover. It really, for the first few weeks, you see a lot of people land on the side, but after that dies off, like everyone goes back to landing Wraith, Portal, Town, you know, the launching pad there, whatever that place is called. I can't ever call it anything but Skull Town. And then the new crash site, it's pretty flooded, but it seems like sometimes if you land on one side, you get one fight. It seems like you're just walking around for hours in a day. So this is going to be a really warm welcome to this game, and I'm interested to see how it plays. If you haven't seen the trailer, I mean, it's super amazing to see the inside of this area. I am not going to lie, I can't stand Caustic, but I will never oppose one on my team. So if you're a Caustic main, you know, pick playing Caustic. I'm cool with that. Just, I hate dying to Caustic, so that's it. All right, so it looks like this is going to be where his test subjects, you're going to have to drain this toxic liquid from the center of the facility. Doing this temporarily grants access to 4 gold loot items locked in cages. Players must be quick, though, because as greed can be deadly. So I'm guessing there's going to be cages with gold loot, high-end loot, and if you want to get there, I'm guessing there's going to have to be something you have to activate. And it seems like the liquid's going to fill up, and you're probably going to take partial damage. So it's probably going to be really risky. I don't know how this will stack up over all the other town takeovers. You know, so if you have a favorite, let me know what your favorite. My personal favorite is the Wraith Portal. There's been a lot of fun drops there. I mean, remember the days where literally it was like 10 teams just going straight to the portal. It was literally the dumb as shit, but the funnest time of my life. So I'm guessing for the first week, we're going to drop here. So we're going to see what all this shit's about. Apparently Mirage Voyage is going to go away. You know, I think the Mirage Voyage, it seemed to just kind of be a filler. And I really hope one day they consider either bringing Skull Town back, or even consider making some type of big ass bridge there where you can get from where Mirage Voyage was and really expand that map and maybe add more verticality. That's what Kings Canyon needs. That's one of the reasons why I am a huge fan of World's Edge. You know, I know World's Edge is not everyone's favorite map, but it's one of my favorite maps. You know, back in the day when they had the train, Capital City, I just love all the verticality. I mean, especially as a Pathfinder main, it's you can win so many fights by just sticking to the low ground, getting to the top. I mean, no one ever can find you, in all seriousness. Ring Furry, this is gonna be sick. The last event that they did where they had a similar, like, kind of like it was like a big ass bubble, and you would go there to heal. This kind of reminded me of that, and I really enjoyed that mode. Now this one's gonna be interesting. However, what I hear is that it's gonna play like your traditional BR, but there's gonna be several ring flares that will just randomly appear on the map. Uh, I'm still not sure the details of it, so let's see what it says. The ring flares are slowly expanding pockets of the ring within the arena. Mackey sure does know how to start a party. Those who get caught in a ring flare will take damage equal to damage dealt by the current round's ring. You'll be given a short warning on the map and mini-map before the ring flare appears. Legends will call out if they are in direct danger or if there's one opening up nearby. You know, this is going to be sick. You can do this, and while one of your teammates is rezzing in the bubble, apparently if you're in the ring flare, you can speed up the healing process. And like I said, I had a few moments to look through the patch notes, just not like as detailed as I'm reading one by one. So depending on how you deal with the ring flares, there's two ways. First, try not to get caught in them. Silly. Failing that, you can drop a new item we're introducing called heat shields. So the heat shields is going to be what I was actually referencing to. I know, dude. This is going to be fucking banging, dude. It's going to be hella fun. And I think this is something that Apex needs for their fans. I mean, just rotating new LTMs, and I hope one day they maybe bring back the shotgun mode with the snipers. I love that mode. It's like literally my favorite. They should just make that part of the regular playlist. So during this event, all players are gonna start with the heat shield. So it's gonna be like when they brought the mobile respawn beacon. If you remember, everyone dropped with one. I think where it kind of sucked though is a lot of players would drop it because they didn't want to carry it. So I did hear that you're gonna have a permanent survival slot, and I think you can either choose to carry the mobile respawn beacon or the heat shield. Hopefully both. And I think that kind of brings a whole new dynamic to the game because, you know, Apox, I can't speak right now. Apox, get the pox. Apex really prides itself on team emphasis. I think, you know, with solos, it was really fun to just kind of go out there and just play dumb and just push everything. And the third parties were nonsense. But I always find myself really enjoying trios or duos. So I think that having those items in a slot of their own will allow people to feel like you actually want to get your teammate back. So that gives you a lot more flexibility. So the heat shield's gonna help you avoid damage from the ring flare. So from this picture, it seems like there's gonna be almost like flares coming in, and if you throw the heat shield, apparently this is what I was talking about. You can actually use it as a protective dome, so that you can keep protected for a very short time, which gives you an easier time to loot, revive, and generally make amazing plays outside the ring. And, you know, fighting outside the ring, I encourage you to try it. Obviously, learn the amount of ticks you can take for each ring. Usually you can do pretty good up to ring 3. After ring 3, it gets a little dangerous, and I think this is going to really change that for the most part. And I like the fact that when you're inside this heat shield, you're going to be able to speed up your healing by 50%. That's nuts, dude. Like, can you imagine throwing your lifeline drone and just looting a box while your drone is reviving someone? Like, that's going to be absolutely clutch. This bonus is only given by heat shields that have been activated by ring. Heat shields on standby and safe zone are conserving energy and don't grant this bonus. Okay. But watch out, the heat shield will slowly degrade in power as it is damaged by the ring. The damage of the ring is reflected in the duration of the heat shield, so don't expect it to last very long in the final round. So, well, that's kind of good. I mean, I think if you're outside the ring in the final rounds, you're not doing it right, unless you're just playing pubs and just fucking around. But, you know, playing ranked, I mean, you got to really get in that final ring if you really want to get a dub. Hell yeah, dude, right? There's so many times we just step out and, like, we'll be in a fight for, like, a whole minute as the ring's already closed, and it gets nuts because people never expect you to be outside the ring. I know sometimes people get pissed about it. It really sucks if someone's camping, but come on, just have fun. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like there. I will tell you this. I'm gonna kind of just jump the gun here. One of the most, I've obviously Pathfinder. I'm so glad that they're gonna finally remove, which will one of his passives here. But one of the buffs I'm most excited for is Watson. So let's take a look when we get there. Okay, so the takeover is gonna be called Escalation Takeover. So it's gonna be part of the playlist. It'll take over duos and trios. Now this is what I was talking about earlier. Like this is gonna be a really good opportunity for anyone who just wants to drop and learn the game. Like who cares if you die? But you know the thing that sucks when, at least for me, it's always hard because I want to play with everyone, and I feel like I can understand the discomfort from some players who are so new to the game, and you know it's okay if they can't keep up. But I think this is great for players like that because it challenges you to change that mindset. I mean, one of the things about Apex, you know, obviously when I watched a lot of like upcoming YouTubers like Shiv and Staycation, like man, just watching how aggressive they played. Once I've seen that, I just implemented that. I made it a priority. Just I don't give a shit if I have an armor. I don't care. Like I'm just there to kill people. Like rank changes that up a bit, but I think this is gonna allow us to get really, really, really creative. In fact, a video or recording I want to do is I really want to maybe do something like this to do like a prank show, like a series where I'm a video game sort of impractical joker, and you guys can initiate challenges with the amount of likes the video gets. So whether that be 3 likes, I mean, right now I'm honestly not expecting lots of likes, but if I can get 2 likes, you know, you tell me to drop all the weapons, I will drop my weapons until you tell me to pick one up. I mean, something to that nature. So if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, please feel free to join my Discord. I'll make sure to post it on YouTube in the future, okay? So in a nutshell, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. Basically, you're going to be able to check mark this fill teammates, and whether you queue into trios or duo, I believe it'll drop you alone. So there you go, all you solo complainers. Literally, half the community was like, bring solos back. I'm like, it's a fucking team game. Just stop being a punk and just land alone. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes. I'll probably die a lot, but it'll be good. Here's some things you might want to use. No fill matchmaking. So focus on exactly what I was saying. Challenges, warm up, drop hot. I mean, so if you don't like dropping hot, this is the way to do it. Just drop hot and see if you can kill the whole squad. Whoa, look at that Gibraltar shield right there. Looks like a gun charm, I think. Got a Horizon skin. I can't tell what that gun is. That a Kraber? Oh, look at that lifeline drone. That is so sick. Yeah, it is the Kraber and the Eva 8. Dude, brother, man, you had a sick Kraber. Did you see the clip I gave you? Mind me, I'm going to take a bite of this burrito, man. If you're in the chat, man, let me know what your favorite skin so far is. All right, so this is a Spitfire. Look at that Revenant skin. That's kind of creepy. Oh, man, that looks like Mulan Gibraltar. Who is that? Is that Wraith? No, that's Horizon. Right? Looks like Horizon. The Mastiff. I'm so excited the Mastiff is about to get nerfed. Oh, here we go. This is what we came for. Look at that. You know, the hard thing with Apex is there's so many data miners. So I've been like saying like the last 2 seasons that Bangalore's heirloom was around the corner, and every season I kept getting it wrong. Even last season I was not ready for Gibraltar one, so I guess we got it. But this looks pretty cool. I'm really hoping Bangalore, you know, moves up in the meta, because I think Bangalore is one of those characters that they touch here and there, but it doesn't seem to be something that makes her selection rate go up. And I think the heirloom's going to be a reason they probably get people excited for user. So every event pack is going to come with 1 item. I mean, this is pretty typical in terms of the probabilities and whatnot. So here's what we came for. This is what I want to talk about the most. So I'm sorry it took forever to get there, but we are here. Yes. Caustic. I am so sick of dying to Caustic. You know, it's no way to put it. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. So they're gonna cool down. They're gonna have a cooldown increase from 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. So essentially, his gas grenade, um, you're not gonna be able to throw it out as quickly, which is good because I felt like his Nando's gas grenades like just super fast. You can throw them. It was not fun. His gas damages at a flat rate of 5 HP per tick instead of ramping up from 6 HP to 12 HP. That's nuts, dude. Even though I remember they took away the ability to be blurred, but then they're like, "Hey, we feel like this is a good way to balance him, so let's make his tick for his gas from 6 HP to 12 HP." Y'all are ridiculous. Let's see what the dev said. Caustic is brutally effective at slowing down engagements. The entirety of his kit revolves around gas, with large area of effect, slow vision obstruction, and direct health damage. It's proven to be too oppressive in too many scenarios. You think? Especially consider teammates can play gas relatively unimpaired, significantly reducing gas damage without taking it away completely or having it affect armor instead. Seems like a fair compromise that stays true to the character while making him less oppressive on the receiving end. We will be monitoring the data and gameplay closely. If these changes hit Caustic's appeal or effectiveness too hard, we will visit accordingly. You know what they need to do to Caustic? And I've been saying this season after season. Just get rid of him. Like, just fucking kill him off, dude. Like, put another legend. I'm just kidding, man. Yes, this is the one I'm ready for. And I'm going to explain why I'm so excited for this. It's not even that big of a change, but it's fucking big somehow. Because if you guys didn't know, I don't know if it was last season, if you're in chat, please, if you know, mind me or just go in the Discord and let me know. But I think it was last season or the event before this where they increased his hitbox size. No, actually, that's a way back season. It was Wraith they did that too. But I remember when they increased his hitbox size and then they effed up his entire kit. Like, I remember you would grapple, and depending on where you would land and how far you would go, your timer would be like 35 seconds. But the timer wouldn't start until a certain period after you, like if you grapple and start sliding, the timer wouldn't start until a little bit after that slide. And so instead of 35 seconds, it felt like 38 seconds. And his entire kit was destroyed. Pathfinder was like no longer, I mean, he was viable in the right hands. I'm not saying he sucks because I still like Pathfinder, but he lost what made Pathfinder so great is his mobility, his hitbox. So now that his hitbox is large, they're removing low profile. So if you don't know what low profile is, it's used on legends like Wraith, Lifeline, basically small character models. But Pathfinder has one of the biggest hitboxes in this game outside of Gibraltar and whatnot. But this is going to be great because now that they remove that, you won't take 5% extra damage, which is amazing. Now, Gibraltar, on the other hand, this guy needs to be freaking nerfed. They're going to remove 15% faster hero item usage while in the Dome of Protection. I think this is really good in terms of balancing his kit because Lifeline gets a lot of hate. And I think Lifeline is, this is partly because it's my other main, but Lifeline gets a lot of hate. And I think primarily is because she's so hard to 1v1 with that shield. So if you play a really good Lifeline who knows how to use her shield effectively, Gibby got that and the fast heals. It's literally was such a difficult thing to fight considering it wasn't Apex Legends. I feel like it's Apex Mastiff. So like literally if there's a Gibraltar dome and you're going to push it, you guarantee you're going to get blasted in the face by a fucking Mastiff. So this is actually a really nice welcome so that if you maybe go in there and there's so many times you'd like light up a Gibby and he still pops off a syringe at the corner of the bubble and you don't even get a chance to react. Horizon, I don't really think this is going to really make a big difference. She's just so good. And I have nothing bad to say about her. So she's an abilities legend. She's got that black hole. So it's this, not rant with me. Not today. I think this is going to be good. I mean, if you play ranked, once you start getting to like gold, I would say there's like literally a Horizon on every freaking corner. So I think, giving her a longer cooldown may be beneficial. We'll just have to see. Revenant's Silence now disables Mirage, Cloaked, Revive, and Respawn as well as Octane, Swift Mend. It's not really game changing, really. I can't stand Revenant pushes. Watson, this is the one I think is going to be a game changer. I mean, if there was any time to become a Watson main, it's this patch right here, guys. So if you've ever played Octane, which I always talk shit about Octane until this season with his recent buff, he's freaking good now. When you hit his little thingy, he regenerates his health pretty quickly. So now she's gonna have the same passive regeneration, but it's gonna be 0.5 health on her shield, which is totally clutch. I mean, that's gonna be so good for ranked. So we're gonna need a Watson main. So if any Watson mains out there, man, reach out. Rampart. Bubblegum girl. Where's Danny boy? Oh, explosives damage amped cover normally instead of inflicting. I think this is good because there's times where I've noticed it too, where if you ever play Fusey and you do when he throws like the nades from his arm, I would hit a Sheila and it'd just like throw big damage. And I'm like, oh, big damage. And I always forget it's the damn amped cover that you're damaging. So instead of inflicting 200 damage, it's just gonna do normal damage to the shield, which is kind of good. Her kit is designed to be mobile in the sense that she's not really a mobile legend, but she's about setting positions and then bringing those walls down and setting them up quicker. But the problem with Rampart is always the fact that you try to set the Rampart thing up and someone throws an Arc Star and it just all your shield's gone. So then you have to wait for another one. And so I feel like Rampart needs some love. And I think this is going to be something that may actually do it. Let's see what the devs said. WoWs should be beefy and powerful once built. Before Rampart shipped, we were worried that her nest would be too oppressive. And so we gave enemy... They're oppressive. What about Caustic? That fucker's been oppressive for the last damn 3 seasons. All right, let's see the weapon updates. The all gold AR and LMG default optics updated to 2 times bruiser. Fuck yeah. Sorry for my language. Hell yeah. That's going to be clutch. I think what is the sight you get? Was it the 1x2 variable? That or was it 2x4? I can't stand that sight. The Mastiff, the pallet damage is decreasing from 13 to 11, and the fire rate is getting increased from 1 to 1.1. It's not going to do it. The Mastiff is starting to remind me of the Peacekeeper. The only difference is the Mastiff, the Mastiff can be, I think it takes skill to a T, but the Mastiff's one of those guns where, I mean, you switch into it so quickly and one shot, they're gone. With the Peacekeeper, it was very powerful just as the Mastiff, but I felt like the Peacekeeper overall just took more skill to use. They should all be at ×6. Man, what are you talking about? Oh, back in the day where you can put like a ×3 on a freaking R99? That shit was nutty, man. So let's see what the devs say. The goal of these changes are to place this weapon's identity between the Fastfire EVA 8, which is actually really good, and the heavy-hitting Peacekeeper. The Mastiff has constantly been dominant in close quarters combat, given its forgiving spread pattern and high damage spikes with each shot. The change reduces that high damage potential in order to limit the amount of 2 pumps players experience on the receiving end. Hell yeah, cuz I'm telling you, I think that's the change we needed for those gold weapons. Now, my honest opinion, I think this is primarily just because with the Mastiff, I like the Mastiff. I'll post a lot of my shorts on my Mastiff clips that I have from my Xbox gameplay, and I love the Mastiff. But I got to a point where I was getting kind of sick of using the Mastiff because everyone had a ×3 on a wingman. You could do that, dude. I don't know if it was on a wingman, but we'll have to look back. You might as well put the 4x10 on the freaking... on the P20, if we're going to talk like that, it'd be nutty. But anyways, I don't think this is going to be noticeable. I mean, we'll have to see. Everyone's going to still pick up a Mastiff. That'd be nuts, bro. I think this is fun. I think the Wingman has lost a lot of love, considering the Hemlock has always been pretty powerful. And honestly, if you guys don't use the flatline The Flatline, in my opinion, is the better selection between these two. And I probably get a little hate about that, but that's cool, man. The Flatline just has consistent recoil pattern that's really easy to control. The Wingman is one of those guns where it's really easy to want to put it away, but if you just use it consistently, man, it's so fun to use. Like when someone is just one tap and you just quickly switch to your Wingman and just pop him in the face, it's super fun. But they're just going to increase the bullet size by 1 for every magazine. So I think it's 5 bullets for the OG magazine. And then for the blue, I want to say is 6. So that's going to be 7. And then the heavy mag is 7. So that's going to be 8 now. What's up, Tim? How you doing, my dude? Welcome, man. We're a little bit almost over halfway. This is just going to be a short video. I kind of want to just post something that I have some content. And I think I messed up. I didn't hit record, but you know, it's all good. How you doing today, Tim? You excited? Have you seen these patch notes? If you haven't, we're going over them. The Hemlock, they're going to increase the hip fire spread. The burst damage from the the Hemlock's hip fire was feeling a little too consistent for an AR. That should excel at medium range. This change mitigates the Hemlock's close quarters damage spikes that felt bad on the receiving end. I think this is like the Mastiff. I don't think this is going to really change much. The spread, I mean, that means it's going to be a little harder to control, I guess. But this gun is good. The Hemlock, they're good to hear, man. Well, welcome. Quality. So the Kings Canyon loot, we've done a pass on the loot to bring up the quality across the map while also maintaining a certain amount of loot after Mirage Voyage has flown away. Oh no, the wooden shacks across the map should have a few more pieces each and generally be a little higher qualities. Spotted Lake has been reduced to medium quality from high. Crash Site has redistributed the loot in areas slightly. The mount stays the same, but the higher quality loot should be in the ship. Caustic Treatment has more loot than Water Treatment, and it remains high quality. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to that Caustic Treatment. Kill all the Caustics, because you know damn well, man, you're going to land there. It's going to be nothing but Caustic players. I read about this a little today, so I'll post on Twitter about this, and I think if you play with me, we've talked about this here and there, where you get a gun that's fully kitted and it has a sight that maybe you don't like to use and you couldn't remove the optic, and now you're going to be able to replace the optics, which is freaking amazing. It's going to really make things a lot better for the health of the game so that no one's complaining about the sight, because that's what a lot of players do with Apex, man, and I don't blame them. It's like, it's a fun game, it's addictive, and you have every right to provide feedback. But man, these developers at Respawn, man, they've done so good for the community. They listen to the community, and I got nothing bad to say about that. The assists have been added to the in-game HUD next to kills. This was already present in ranked and now added to unranked. Assists don't contribute to XP. This has replaced the spectator icon. That's kind of cool. Sometimes you don't get the kill, but you get the assist, and it's kind of cool to know that at least you contributed. Assistant knocks have been added to your squad's banners and will show. I've been saying that I think it'd be a cool idea if they found it, even if they didn't add a new rank, but I think it'd be really cool to consider maybe not doing it in like bronze lobbies, but maybe by gold. I think it'd be cool to have knocks be points, because there's so many times where like you get a knock and you literally get third party, and then that knock it doesn't really count. I mean, it sounds like it could go wrong. I mean, you can't kill someone and knock him down more than once and just keep getting points for on each knock, but I think that'd be something cool to see. Club players now appear on match summary and champion screen. I don't really care about that. Items will no longer stick to crafting replicator when dropped on the replicator. I don't really care about that. I've never really had an issue with that. Badge process. For badges that have longer amounts of progress, hovering over the badge will show you more information. For example, if you're trying to get 50 wins as Lifeline, you'll now see that you have 45 instead of somewhere between 15 and 50. Pretty cool. I think this is going to be cool. Ping my death box. Sometimes you get respawned and no one pings your death box. So you just got to go hunting. I think that's a big cool feature. Gold backpack. Players being revived by a gold backpack will have a crackle of energy based on the tier of armor they wear while the revive is taking place. They will also display armor heal when the revive is finished. This change should help players prioritize pushing. You know, this could have been useful in a game that I played last week where I think it was a duo with my cousin and we knocked one of the guys, and then my cousin was in a position where I could pull off the res. So I started pulling off the res, and then they started pulling off the res. So in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm going to push them as soon as they try to do that res. But I didn't realize my cousin went to heal, so I kind of fucked up. But I knew they were resing. But had I seen this, I would have been like, bro, sorry, cuz like I could have pushed him and just killed the second guy, and we could have been good to go. So I think that's a really welcoming change. PC players, added numbers to advanced look controls. That's kind of cool. I mean, you can toggle between what you've tried and experiment a little bit. Don't suggest experimenting too much because it gets in your head. At least for me, it did. When scanning the beacon for Ring 6, you should now be able to see the location where Ring 6 finishes. I'm cool with that. Inspect weapon. I guess since the survival slot, that button to inspect your weapon is going to be something else. So it's going to be a equip slot. All right. Here's the bug fixes. Bug fixes. Do you guys want me to go over bug fixes? I honestly don't want to go over the bug fixes. The main ones I was really the most excited for were the patch, the quality of life changes. So yeah, that's it, folks. I'm probably gonna log off. I'm still gonna be online, but I really want to relax, man. I got one more day of work, and there's a lot of things going on this weekend, but I really want to focus on, getting some ideas gathered, because I'm looking for an Elgato recorder so that I can get my other Xbox I have, and I want to start playing some sport games with people and maybe come up with some tournaments. So if you guys are into NHL, FIFA, Madden, I mean, I'm pretty into sports games. I just haven't been playing that because Apex Legends kind of consumed me. So I have a lot of fun things I want to do. So I appreciate you guys sticking around even during my amateur hours. But, it's a work in progress. Hell yeah, Tim. And in fact, we'll have to talk some more tomorrow evening, brother. I'm going to come home tomorrow. I think we're just going to do some laundry. So I'll probably just chill. We might just do another hangout on our Discord server. So we should do that. So I appreciate you guys coming through. I want to work on some audio issues I was having, because I want to make sure next time I live stream, I don't have a whole live stream where it's just me talking and you can see the gameplay, but you don't hear the gameplay. So I was kind of bummed out about that, but you got to make mistakes if you're going to get better. So that's just part of the process, right? So, dude, what's up, man? I'm so sorry you came so late, but it's all good. It's nice that you joined. We just finished going over all the patch notes. Have you seen them? Pretty good, dude. I'm excited. Pathfinder mains, rejoice. If you're a Pathfinder main, if you're not, man, this is the season to be one. You don't got to worry about taking extra damage anymore. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go get some water. If you want to message me on Discord, please feel free to do so. It's been good. Had a lot of fun random words that I couldn't say correctly, but we golden. We golden. So I'll catch y'all later. I plan on streaming this weekend. I think once I get an idea of how this weekend's gonna situate, I know I'm visiting some family this weekend. It'll likely be either Saturday evening or Sunday. Yeah, you should go back to Pathfinder, my dude. I'm super excited. Super excited. I think that this is a change that is definitely needed. And Watson, man. It's fucking the time to bring Watson back. You know what I mean, man? Watson's going to be freaking good. I'm excited for Bangalore's heirloom, man. She deserves it. Let's watch the trailer. Fuck it. And of course, as usual, I got no audio. I'm telling you, man. I'm about to just hire a personal Elgato guy. Just like, dude, I got an Elgato issue. Fix it. Be kind of cool. I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. I appreciate you coming by, even if you came for the whole stream or for a moment. And for anybody rewatching this, if you ever want to just play some Apex, man, just feel free to add me. I generally play with the same peeps, but if I'm ever free, of course, man, just never hurts to ask. And I'd love to play with anybody, man. So, GG's, y'all. If you haven't already done so, join my Discord. You can become a Dynasty main, and we'll make a